Story two is from baseline to breakpoint. Can tennis courts tackle carbon? I wasn't accidentally leafing through the Applied Geochemistry journal, but I did find this through the internet. So no, I'm not a subscriber, but I'm delighted to find research like this coming through. So what's it all about? Essentially, researchers are looking at green clay tennis courts and asking the question, how much carbon are they pulling out of the air? Green clay is mainly used in the US and it makes up the entire court, so both at a surface level and below the ground as well. This is different to the red clay that's popular in other locations because this green clay is made of, let me get this right, crushed Blue Ridge meta basalt, which is BRMB, and this is found in the Blue Mountains in Virginia. The mechanism used through this court, which we're looking at the carbon extraction from, is called enhanced rock weathering. So this is when rainwater reacts with the rock and atmospheric CO2, locking that carbon away over time. So the researchers of this article looked at 2,834 court facility locations and found that green clay courts in the US sequester more than 25,000 tons of CO2 per year. 80% of green clay courts generate these net negative emissions within 10 years of being installed. We love seeing this cross-disciplinary thinking because where sports surfaces or infrastructure double as climate infrastructure, it's great to understand how something's going beyond just infrastructure itself and actually is becoming a climate solution. And it's great to get this data on the courts that already exist out there. Is it the silver bullet we've been after? Of course, it's never as simple as that, is it? So transportation distance from the singular Blue Ridge metabasalt processing site is going to be the primary source of emissions for most tennis courts. They've compared it to hard courts in terms of carbon, but of course, there are other environmental factors we need to think about for these green clay courts as well. When you look at the brand that mainly sells them, they recommend they're watered twice a day, once overnight and once in the middle of the day as well, which of course raises environmental questions, especially for water-stressed regions. Not questions that are insurmountable. This could be countered by areas that have rainwater harvesting or collection or use recycled water, but still an environmental overlay, let's say, in addition to just the carbon sequestering that we're talking about. But what we love about the idea here is that data is being surfaced to show the benefits of how places we build and how the places we build and play on go beyond infrastructure and contribute to climate solutions in some way. Not every single court is going to be a climate sink, but for tennis courts that already have these green clay there, now you might realize that you're sequestering more carbon than you had previously thought. So go team on that if you've got a green clay court or are considering one.